Hello everybody, welcome. We are here ready for the New Heights versus Fort Scott Tigers broadcast. Just about ready for kickoff. All right, we're underway. Tigers possess on the far side. Ball into the box, cleared away by Meningus. Clevenger connects up top. Clevenger holds up play, looking to switch the field, finds Liam Nelson all the way into the box, settles it down with his chest, sends it across. Too heavy as Perigin chases back for it, drops it to the top to Clevenger. Clevenger takes a strike and sends it well over the goal. That'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Nate Mintz in the goal for the Tigers takes the goal kick. Perigin gets the first touch on it. Horton on the far side wins the ball into the box, takes the shot, and Mintz is there for the easy save. Ball spinning over to the near side. Anreder touches it down. Challenge for the ball. Dole's over for it. Deflected off the Tigers' offensive player number 10. That's Larson. Meningus back into the middle. Schumacher there looking to turn. Plays it into the middle for Thomas. Bennett Thomas carrying into the circle. Leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher pokes through. Deflected. Ball's loose. Number 8, Bassett, is able to win it ahead for the Tigers. That's number 12, Owen Larson, into the middle of the field. Brandon Schumacher clears. Clevenger there to the ball. Nelson leaves it for Clevenger to run to the corner and loses it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Ball played in, sent over the top. Into the corner, played back. Ben Schumacher on the ball. Looking to switch the field, gets it over to his brother Brandon. One touch to Dole. Dole switches it to the far side for Owen Horton. Over to Perigin, to Schumacher in the middle. Loose ball in the middle of the field. That's number 16, Russell. Back over to Horton. Horton plays it through to Clevenger. Clevenger gets a touch, being challenged by Bassett. Bassett's able to win it ahead, but Bennett Thomas is there to steal. Plays it wide to Clevenger. Tigers try to clear it out of the box. Thomas steals into the box. Being defended by Bassett again, and goal kick is the ruling. Ball played to the middle. Schumacher first to touch. Tapped over to Perigin. Perigin thinks about the shot, takes it, and off the target, another goal kick for the Tigers. Mintz takes the goal kick again. Good backspinning ball to the center. Bounces over the first line. Schumacher challenges back on number 10, Summers. I'm sorry, that's Malachi Larson. Brandon Schumacher steals, finds Clevenger. Clevenger tries to turn. Bassett's there to steal. Clevenger deflects it into the box, takes the shot, and scores. And the Cougars take the 1-0 lead. Take a look back at that on replay. That challenge for the ball by Bassett, he had it, but as he tries to clear, Clevenger gets there, just takes it right off the chest and scores the goal. Some subs coming in the game for the Tigers. And we're ready to restart play. Ball in the middle of the field, sent over the top. Schumacher challenges, is able to clear it away. It will be a throw-in for the Tigers on the far side. Back in, Brandon Schumacher gets a touch to Thomas. Thomas in the middle for Perigin. Perigin opens up, plays it up to Clevenger, Holden. Clevenger back to Perigin on the run. Tigers defender steps in and clears away. Thomas is able to win it down with his chest. Back into the middle for Clevenger. Clevenger plays it through for Nelson. Nelson on the run into the box. One touch with his left and gets the roll and scores the goal. Cougars are up 2-0. Nice ball movement by the Cougars. Clevenger just lays that ball through the line. Nelson, good job taking the one touch. Just too hard for Mintz to deflect. Back to the action. Perigin on the ball. Cuts it back against the defender. Has room at the top. Looking to split through. Finds space in the box. Perigin all the way through. Being defended by Bassett. Drops it for Clevenger. Clevenger takes the one touch and doesn't get enough on it. Saved by Mintz. Mintz with a high ball over to the near side. Anredder and Meningus there. Dole comes in, wins it down with his chest. Good tackle by number 9, Russell. Dole's able to stay on it, though. Back in the middle for Perigin. Perigin one touch to Schumacher. Schumacher carrying, plays it through to Nelson on the run. Nelson into the top of the box, setting up the shot, and another goal for the Cougars. Cougars out to an early 3-0 lead. Nelson's been playing in that defensive position all year, already with 2 goals on the day in that first-time forward position for the year. Number 9, Caden Russell, will restart play for the Tigers. 19, Brody Wright sends it in. Malachi Larson on the ball. Schumacher defending. Larson gets a step, takes the shot, and goes wide of the frame. Will be a goal kick for the Cougars. Dole back to take the goal kick. Up ahead, first touch by number 5, Mumboer. Stolen by Schumacher. Schumacher with a little room, makes another touch. Carrying to the far side. Doesn't get enough on it, stolen by the Tigers. Back into the middle of the field, Malachi Larson there is able to turn. Larson sends it over the top, deflected by Schumacher. Anredder steps up, gets a touch into space to Perigin. Perigin chips it over the top. Clevenger's there. He's on to the top of the box. Clevenger one-on-one, and it rolls in for another goal. Cougars lead 4-0. Good finesse there by Clevenger. I thought he had actually lost possession of it, but he just played it to that right post and scores the goal. Two subs at the line, Nangle and Brake for the Cougars. Number 8, Bryson Bassett, subbing back in the game for the Tigers. Liam Nelson Liam Nelson and Owen Horton are subbing off. All right, we're back to the action. Tigers send it into the corner. Offside called on the Tigers. Or I think that's what he's calling. He's got his hand up. It's a Tigers indirect. I'm not sure what the call was. You guys know what the call was on that? Right there to take the free kick, plays it all the way across. And that will result in a goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart plays it short to Dole, who sends it up to the far side for Nangle. Out of bounds to the Tigers. Brody right there to take the throw. Plays it into number 16. That's Russell. And the Tigers lose out of bounds. Goal kick. I'm sorry, throwing on the side. That's for the Cougars. Schumacher takes the throw to Perigin. Perigin tries to win the one-on-one, deflected away by Russell. Back into play by the Cougars. Schumacher's there with time in the middle. Plays it over the top. Break it just checked back, but Perigin's going to run under it. Bassett's there, but Perigin steals it at the top of the box, takes a shot, and Perigin scores the goal. .50 left to play. Cougars have a 5-0 lead. See, Perigin runs on this ball. Bass was trying to turn. Didn't feel Perigin coming, and just not much to do at that point. Hudson Clevenger and Michael Perigin subbing off as Edgar Nito and Liam Nelson are back in the game. Edgar Nito making his first appearance. And we're restarting play. Ball played to right over to the near side. Touched by Mumbower. And out of bounds here, throw in for the Cougars. Anrider takes the throw over the top, headed down by number 13. That's Claire McElroy. Back into the middle of the field for Thomas. Thomas through. Nelson chasing. Good job by Mintz coming out to the top of the box to grab it. Nate Mintz. Side spinning ball up into the middle of the circle. Dole gets a touch ahead to Schumacher. He's able to turn. Schumacher tries to play it through, loses the touch, gets back to it. Plays it wide to Nangle on the far side. Nangle one touch in. And Mintz is there to gather it up. Mintz switches the field over to the far side. Good chase by Russell. Schumacher there to challenge. Russell's able to send it in. Meningus gets a touch on it. Tries to clear it away. Dole's there to help. Back to the keeper, Stewart, and Stewart's going to clear it away to the near side. McElroy settles for the Tigers, plays it back in. Anrider clears it out to the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers on the near side. Mumbower there to take the throw. Actually, he's going to toss it over to number 16. I'm sorry, number 19, Brody Wright, to take the throw. Meningus heads it away. And corner kick for the Tigers. Can't quite get that corner in the frame. Right there to take the corner with his right foot. High ball sent in. Stewart gets a touch on it to clear it to the far post. Nangle defending. Cut back in. Thomas there to clear. Good step by the Tigers defender, number 24, Joyce. Stolen back by the Cougars. Nito there with time. Nito tries to send it through. Good ball to Nelson. Nelson out ahead. He gets into the box. Takes the shot far post. And he scores. Cougars take the 6-0 lead. Caden Russell there for the kickoff. Restart back to right. Right over to the far side for Russell. Played up ahead by the back fullback. Back into possession for the Cougars. Stewart's able to come up to the top of the box and pick it up. He punts it back into the middle of the field. Ball bounces in the circle over the back line. Clevenger chasing. Tigers defender number 26. That's Rigmir Rose. Nangle steals back to Dole. Doled it on the near side for Anredder. Anredder heavy on the touch, is able to get through though. Looking to send it through for Clevenger. Schumacher settles it down back to Meningus. Meningus sends it over the top into the center circle. Clevenger challenging for it, wins it down with his chest, and gets called for offside. Clevenger must have returned back to the position after the kick. Right, back spinning ball over the top. Dole heads it away. Thomas is there, settles it down. Played up to Clevenger. Thomas gets challenged on the far side, still on the ball. Good tackle, cleared away by the Tigers. That's number 22, Aiden Copa. There'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Schumacher touches it into Clevenger. Clevenger cuts it back. Has room across the middle, touches up to Thomas. Thomas on the run, being defended again by number 22, Copa. And out of bounds, throw in for the Cougars in the corner. Nangle takes the good throw into the box. Mintz reads it and is able to get there first. Mintz punts it away into the middle. Bouncing ball. Dole's able to step up to win it, chips it wide to Nangle. Nangle up ahead to Clevenger on the run. Clevenger looking to cut it back, plays it across to Nangle. Nangle gets a touch at the top. Schumacher comes over to win it. Schumacher pushes through, takes the shot, and off the side post, off the side net, I should say, be a goal kick for the Tigers. Perigin at the line to check in. Are you? Schumacher plays it over to Clevenger. Clevenger gives it back to Schumacher. Gets a touch into the box, takes the shot, saved by Mintz. And another throw in for the Cougars. Schumacher struggling to find his first goal of the year. Had two pretty good chances there and couldn't convert. Cougars out to a 6-0 lead. They are 0-7 on the year. This would be the Cougars' first win. Ball played out to the far side. Throw in for the Cougars. That's Schumacher takes the throw to Perigin. Perigin plays it to Nangle. It's going to be a goal kick for. Yeah, we have 0-7. Yeah, no wins yet. That's why they're giggling when they're scoring, because we've scored like 4 goals all year. Ball into the middle of the field for NATO. Plays it through to Clevenger. Deflected away. Nangle's there. Clevenger gets back to it. Drops it back to Perigin on the run. Perigin 3-toe. Can't find the target, and it'll be a goal kick again for the Tigers. Mintz takes the goal kick up ahead to number 5. That's Mumbauer. Breaks, steals, plays it through. McElroy's there, sends it down the line. Good ball up ahead to number 9, Russell. Russell being challenged by Meningus. Meningus is able to win it back. Meningus looking for space, plays it across into the center circle for Nangle. Challenge on the ball, ball's loose, Wright's there. Brody Wright plays it up ahead. Cleared away by Meningus. Number 26, Rigmir Rose, back to the ball. Clevenger steals, tries to play it through for Perigin. Rose again plays it away. Thomas is there in the center. Thomas plays the through ball. Eisenbrandt shields, and Mintz is able to come up to scoop it up. Mintz plays to the far side, out of bounds. That'll be a throw for the Cougars. Number 24, Joseph Joyce, back at the line to check in on the next opportunity. Perigin throw up ahead, and Angle's there. Be a corner kick for the Cougars as number 6, Eisenbrandt, was able to win it out the end line. Perigin sends it in. Nito gets a touch towards the goal. Ball still in play. Perigin gets to it. Plays it over to Nito again. One touch back. Russell there on the ball. Nangle defending. And out of play will be a Cougars throw again. Perigin again in possession. Back heels it to Clevenger. Clevenger into the corner, looking to send it back. Perigin carries it into the box, played across. Mintz clears it away, and another throw in for the Cougars. Clevenger will come over to take it. Ball back in, Perigin over the top. Nato there, gets the header, but goes over the top of the goal. Edgar Nato, good opportunity on the send-in. Couple subs checking in the game for the Tigers. Number 14, Daxon Wyatt, and number 8, Bryson Bassett. All right, Mintz there to take the goal kick. Plays the knuckleball up ahead. Number 5, Mumbauer, first to touch. Ruben Brake there challenging. McElroy is able to get the touch back into the middle. Right there, Brody Wright on the run, plays it over the top, a little too heavy into the box, and Stewart's able to come up to grab it. 20 minutes left to play here in the first half. Perigin sends it over the top for Clevenger to run on. Clevenger's there, he's on, he's in the box, takes the shot, and can't get a clean strike on it. Mintz there for another save. Mintz side spinning ball over here to the near side. It bounces out, thrown for the Cougars, quickly thrown in by Anretter to Perigin. Perigin chips it over the top. Too heavy into the box. Mintz is there at the top to grab it. Into the middle, Clevenger's there, stolen by number 9, Russell. Perigin tracks back to win it. Played through to break. Break into the corner. Sends it across with his left. Mintz jumps up and over the net. Dangerous ball by Break, but just a little bit too high. And another goal kick for the Tigers. Ball played in. Perigin jumps up and wins it with his chest. Loose ball, breaks there. Break carrying into the box. Cuts it back, takes the shot. And saved again by Mintz. Mintz high into the air. First bounce goes over the top. Dole's there to head it back. Perigin in the circle. Deflected away by the Tigers. Sent over the top. Russell and Dole challenge for the ball. Dole's able to win it. Back to Schumacher. Schumacher back ahead to Clevenger. Clevenger turns. Nangle making the run. Clevenger over the top. Bassett gets there first. Nato challenging. Back to Perigin. Perigin makes a touch. Plays it into Thomas. Deflected away by the Tigers. Back to Thomas in the box. Thomas looking to turn. Deflected by Joyce. Ball still in a dangerous spot. Joyce is able to win it to the corner and clear it away. Another throw in for the Cougars. Cougars quickly back in. Perigin in the box. Drops it back to Clevenger. Clevenger with his left, deflected by McElroy. And out of bounds, another throw in for the Cougars here on the near side. Played to Anredder. Anredder sends it in. Perigin gets a touch. Brody right there on the ball. Wright plays it up with his left. Brandon Schumacher there sends it back into the middle. Mumbauer over to the far side. That's number 14, Daxon Wyatt. Nangle takes the throw to Perigin. Perigin at the corner of the box. Thomas checks. Perigin back to the ball. Plays it to Nangle. Nangle takes a touch, sends it across, and Mintz is there for the save. Mintz sends the ball over to the near side, touched by Mumbauer. Back to Anredder, chipped it wide to Break. Break back to the middle to Clevenger. Clevenger over the top. Cleared away by the Tigers. Perigin chases. That's Takoya Russell on the ball, sends into the top of the box for the Tigers. Stolen by the Cougars, actually foul called. Will be a free kick for the Tigers from about 35 out. Brody right there to take the free kick. Two-man wall for the Cougars, Clevenger and Perigin. Wright sends it in. Good ball, and he scores the goal. Six-1 the score. Take a look at that ball by Wright. He just chips it over the wall. And Stewart just can't get to it. 15 minutes left to play here in the first half. 6-1 now the score. Owen Horton and Ben Schumacher checked back in the game after that goal. Perigin chips it over to Clevenger. Clevenger on the near side. Plays it through to Horton. Owen Horton playing in his first game of the season. Mintz is able to get back to it and pick it up before Horton can send it to the goal. Mintz back into the middle of the field. Perigin wins it down with his hip. Mintz is out of the goal. Perigin tries to send it over. Schumacher's on the backside. And played out on the end line will be a corner kick for the Cougars. Ben Schumacher over there to take the corner. Schumacher drives the ball in. Nato gets a head on it. Doesn't go on frame. Chase for the ball on the near side. Horton slides in on the tackle and knocks it out of play. It will be a throw for the Tigers in the defensive third here on the near side. Joyce clears. Perigin rises up and heads it out of play. Another throw in for the Tigers. Russell takes the throw. Perigin comes in to steal. Brody Wright's able to clear it out of play. Throw in for the Cougars. Perigin throws it up to Horton. McElroy gets a header. Horton chasing for the ball at the top of the box. That's Bryson Bassett able to clear it. Anretter steps in. Won by Owen Larson. That's Caden Russell on the ball. Back to Russell. Over the top. Schumacher defending. Takoya Russell made that touch into the corner. And still in play. Cougars back into possession. Clevenger is able to win it back. Plays it into the middle for Thomas. Thomas has plenty of time. Joyce comes to challenge. Thomas holds up play, makes a move. Thomas back to Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher over the top to his brother Ben. Ben's able to get to it, gets to the edge, into the box. Schumacher still on the ball, makes a move. Too heavy, out the end line, and goal kick for the Tigers. Number 5, Mason Mumbauer back in the game for the Tigers as Owen Larson, number 12, subs out. Ball into the middle, Perigin there. Heads it into the air, Joyce tries to clear it away. Perigin wins it back. Perigin at the top, still on the ball, leaves it for Nato. Bassett gets a touch, Nato back to it with his left. Edgar Nato scores the goal. Back at that on replay here as Perigin just chips it there for Nato. Nato makes a touch and then cuts it back with his left. 7-1 now the score. Larson on the ball being challenged by Perigin. Foul called on Perigin. Will be a free kick for the Tigers. Wright to take the kick. High back spinning ball. Stewart's able to handle it this time. Stewart swings it out to Horton on the near side. McElroy sends it back in. One down by Anretter. Stolen by Mumbauer. Perigin's able to win it back. Perigin leaves it for Anretter on the run. Anretter cuts it back for Perigin. Perigin over the top for Ben Schumacher on the run. Schumacher on the ball. Makes a move to the end line, sends it across. Thomas there, and deflected away by Mintz. Will be a corner kick for the Cougars. Can't quite get to that corner. Perigin takes the corner to the backside. Clevenger gets a head on it, but can't get it redirected towards the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Mintz on the goal kick. Perigin wins it down with his head to Thomas. Thomas touches back to Perigin. Clevenger with space in the middle on the ball. Clevenger taking that space, sets up the shot, and Mintz is there to make another save. Mintz punts it over to the near side. Anritter wins it over to Horton. Perigin sets it up over the top for Schumacher. Schumacher with his chest takes the shot, and then Schumacher scores the goal. Take a look back. Perigin just chips that over. That ball bounce kind of weird. Schumacher's able to settle it back with his chest and then find the back of the net. Score now 8-1. Back to the action. Perigin takes it. Perigin making the run all the way in. Good defense by number 20, Kellen Poole, to clear it away. Perigin wins it back. Stolen back by the Tigers, played into the middle. Nado's there to settle. Has plenty of time. Nato plays it through to Thomas on the run. Bassett, good job positioning. Thomas chases back for it into the box. McElroy comes down to help. And McElroy clears it out to the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. Perigin plays the corner kick in. Clevenger gets a touch with his foot, but can't get it on frame. And another goal kick for the Tigers. Sub coming in the game. Brody Wright will take a break as Mason Mumbauer subs back in. Nate Mintz there takes the goal kick. Out of play on the near side will be a throw for the Cougars. Anritter quick there for the throw, gives it to Clevenger. Clevenger has plenty of room. Chips it over the top to Schumacher. Schumacher settles it down in the box. Looking to make a move. Plays it to Thomas. Thomas gets to the edge, takes the shot, and that's off the side of the net. Goal kick again for the Tigers. Mintz back into the middle. Clevenger first to touch, finds Perigin. Perigin on the run. Leaves it for Thomas. And Thomas is called off. Let's look at that one. I definitely didn't notice him being off there. Oh, yep, Thomas is ahead of the play. Good call by the official down there. Mintz takes the free kick off the offside call. Good touch by Nato to Meningus, back to Nato. To Anritter. Over to Dole. Dole in the middle for Clevenger with room. Perigin over the top. Good ball by Clevenger. Perigin into the box. Bassett defending. Perigin takes the strike and scores the goal. Cougars lead 9-1. Perigin just blasts that ball into the near post. Mintz got a touch on it, but just too hard for him to redirect. Nangle back in the game for the Cougars. Clevenger's able to steal the ball in the midfield. Drops it back to Anredder. Anredder drops it to Dole. Dole given space. Over to Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher on the ball. Back into the middle for Clevenger. Clevenger through to Horton. Joyce is there to clear it away. Brake gets up and clears it down into the corner as Horton chases. Horton touches the end line, looking at his options. McElroy defending, and she's able to clear. And McElroy clears it away. On the sideline will be a throw for the Cougars. Anredder takes the quick throw. Back into play to Clevenger. Clevenger chips it over the top. Schumacher's there, heads it forward. Oh, misses the header. Went off the Tigers player, and Mintz dives in for the save. Mintz top spinning ball to the center circle, bounces over the first line. Brandon Schumacher there, sends it back into the middle. Nangle wins it, cuts it back to Nato. Nato cuts it to Nangle. Nangle back to the ball. Back to Clevenger with space. Clevenger makes a cut move. Plays it through with his left. Rolls through to Horton. Horton being defended by Joyce, leaves it for Brake. Ball squirts out for McElroy. She sends it forward to Bassett. Bassett chases for the ball. Dole and Bassett come in on the tackle. And Schumacher clears it back over the top to his brother Ben. Number 20, that's Kellen Poole defending. Plays it out. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. 4 minutes left to play. Bennett Thomas checking in the game for the Cougars. And number 12, Owen Larson checking back in for the Tigers. .350 left on the official clock. There's an injury clock stoppage as Bryson Bassett is limping off after that dual slide tackle by Dole and Bassett in the center of the field. All right, we're ready to restart play. Ball sent in. Horton gets a head on it, but can't get it on frame, and the Tigers clear it away. That'll be a throw in for the Cougars. Nato on the ball. Sent across to Nangle. Cleared out of play by the Tigers, throwing for the Cougars on the far side. Clevenger there to take the throw. Into the box. Thomas settles it with his chest, being defended by Joyce. Joyce is able to get a touch on it. Thomas gets back to the ball, trying to find a space, and Joyce is able to clear it away. Throwing again for the Cougars. Clevenger takes the big throw into the box. Goes through everybody. Tigers win it down the sideline. Ball played ahead. Meningus gets a touch. Back into Anredder. That was number 6, Eisenbrand, on the nice run. Anredder still on the ball. Plays it in. Thomas gets a touch to settle. Thomas still on the ball. Chase to the sideline. Wyatt's able to send it down the line. Tigers get the throw in. Quick throw in. Dole's there to defend. Dole loses his feet. Slides in. Ball sent across. Anredder defending. Ball out on the corner. It'll be a throw-in, actually, for the Tigers. Ball sent back into the box. Wright is there with Nato. Clevenger tries to clear it away, sent back in. Schumacher and Larson challenging for the ball. Brandon Schumacher trying to get to the corner. Malachi Larson gets the ball back and loses it out of bounds on the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Just over a minute to play here in the first half. Dole will take the goal kick for the Cougars. Dole chips it up to the far side. Into the air. Brandon Schumacher there. Cuts it back. Stolen by number 12, Owen Larson. Schumacher drops to Dole. Dole on the ground. Stolen back. Shot on goal. And Stewart's there to make the save. Stewart punts it away to the far side. Thomas gets a touchdown. In the middle for Clevenger. Played through for Brake. He's on. Brake has a step. Takes the shot. Probably could have made an extra touch there. And saved by Mintz. Mintz throws it out to the near side. Eisenbrandt can't control it. It goes out of bounds, throwing for the Cougars. Enrider takes the throw into the corner. McElroy sends it away. And that should do it for the first half. 2 seconds remaining. And that's the halftime horn. Is 8 the mercy rule or is 10? Oh, 8 is? Okay. All right, so that's the end of the varsity game. So are you going to do just a half a JV, or are you going to do a full JV then? Okay. All right, so we're going to take a break here. That is the game, 9-1. Mercy rule is 8 in Kansas. I think it was 10 last year, but I think was the mercy rule last year 10 in Kansas? Okay, yeah, because last year was 8 in Missouri, but 10 in Kansas. So okay, so it's standardized now. Eight goals is the mercy rule. So we're going to take a break here for the JV, and we'll see what they're going to do. It looks like they may play a full JV game with maybe some modified time limit. And I'll let you know once we get back live. All right, teams have taken the field. 30 minutes on the clock. Cougars have the kickoff, go in the same direction, right to left. We have Brake, Brandon Schumacher, Reether, Jackson, Smathers, Nangle, Boney, Crumrine, and Ramos across the line. Rush Stewart also in the game, playing on the defensive line, and Connor Perry in the goal for the Cougars. Nangle's able to win it in the center. Smathers plays it through to Schumacher. Schumacher takes the shot, and off the back fence. Goal kick for the Tigers. Played out wide. Jackson gets a touch back to the middle. Cleared away by the Tigers. Nangle steps in. Schumacher tracks back to win it. Drop to Stewart. Stewart has time, plays to the Brake. Brake tries to turn in. Plays it through to Reether. Reether through to Schumacher. Schumacher cuts it back. Takes a shot from the top of the box. Good save, followed by Jackson. And Jackson scores the goal. Take a look at that on replay here. Schumacher cuts it in and takes the shot. And Jackson, good reaction, just blasted in the back for the goal. Ramos slides in and makes the tackle. Crumrine clears it away, throwing for the Tigers on the far side. Big throw. Perry's wearing red. Hey, maybe you should switch the color of that. Michael, tell Perry to switch his side to yellow. Tell Connor. Brake plays it into the box. Nangle's there. Ball still loose. Nangle finishes for the goal. Typically, they keep the clock running on the JV games. Okay. All right, restart a play. Eisenbrandt plays it ahead. Boney's there to settle. Back into the middle. Smather gets a touch. Plays it wide. Brake. Knocks it down. Smathers back to the ball, being pressured by number 12, Larson. Played back to the middle. Schumacher touches it into space. Plays it over the top for Jackson to chase. 26, Rigmer Rose on the far side, challenged by Jackson. Throw in for the Cougars. Jackson over there to take the throw. Played into Reether. Reether drops it back to Jackson. Jackson chips it across and too deep. That will be a goal kick for the Tigers. Aiden Tate back to take the goal kick for the Tigers. Played over to Eisenbrandt. Break challenges into the corner, or into the sideline, I should say. It's out thrown for the Cougars. Break takes it. Break's able to get back to it. Gets it to Nangle. Nangle, good cut. Just didn't get enough on it as Schumacher was there. And cleared away by the Tigers. Will be another. Did that go out the corner? No, throw in for the Cougars. Break sends it into the top. Nangle plays it over to Jackson. Jackson redirects. And the keeper grabs it. Big punt into the center. That's Zeta Summers on the ball. Ramos tries to fight for it and cleared away by Crumrine. Lumbauer back in the game for the Tigers as Eisenbrandt's getting a break. 2-0 the score here in this JV match. Illegal throw called on the Tigers. Cougars will get possession on the throw. Ramos takes the throw in. And illegal throw in back by the Cougars. Tigers get to retake the throw. Ball touched in the box, but out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Cougars. Quick restart by Boney. Over to Crumrine. Ramos plays it down the line. Stolen by the Tigers. Played to the top. Stewart's there. Plays it back to the far side to Jackson. Stolen back by the Tigers. That's Cash Rigmer Rose, who played it into the box. Picked up by Connor Perry. Perry top spinning ball to the center circle. Bounces over the first line. Schumacher's there. Schumacher to the top of the box. Takes the shot, deflected. And out of bounds, thrown for the Cougars. Break takes the quick throw. Nangle chips it over the top. Jackson's fighting for it. Keeper comes out and grabs it. Quick punt away. Bouncing ball as Stewart tries to read it. He settles it down with his chest. Stewart takes the space. Ball's loose. Smathers plays it through to Schumacher. Schumacher's all alone at the top, and he's called for offside. Take a look back at that play. And back to the action. Tigers taking the free kick after the offside. Back spinning ball. Boney gets the touch with his hip. Tiger steal. Boney deflects. Stewart into the middle for Nangle. Nangle over to Break. Break taking space. Plays it back to Smathers on the run. Smathers looking to turn. Fight for the ball. Still congestion. Smathers clears it to the far side. Number 20, Kellen Poole, plays it down the line. Stolen by Crumrine. Crumrine carrying back into the middle. Poole deflects. And cleared out of bounds by number 14, Daxton Wyatt, throwing for the Cougars. Jackson takes the throw to Reether. Wyatt again clears it out. Throw in again for the Cougars on the far side. Smathers with the big hit will get called for the foul. And the Tigers will take the free kick. Backspinning ball in. Crumrine clears it away. Nangle's there in the middle. Pressure coming. Deflected by number 21. That's Jaden Watkins. Played back ahead, offside called. And sub checking in the game. That's Joseph Joyce, subbing in for number 28, Aiden Tate. Joyce will take the free kick for the Tigers. Ball chipped over the top. Stewart's there to touch it down, plays it into the corner. Stewart keeps it in, plays it down the line, out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers. Throw into the box. Shot taken by number 11, Zeta Summers. And out of bounds, goal kick for the Cougars. Justin Boney restarts play over to Crumrine on the far side. Grayson Crumrine on the ball, being challenged by Mumbauer. Ball stolen by the Tigers, sent in. I believe that was number 20, Kellen Poole. Goal kick again for the Cougars. Connor Perry takes the kick, gets it into the middle of the Smathers. Smathers is able to turn, plays it through. Schumacher deflects. Nangle wins possession, plays it down the line for Brake. Brake has space, being challenged by number 22, Aiden Copa. Brake still on the ball, looking to get to the edge. Cuts it back across the middle. Jaden Watkins gets there and clears it out the sideline. Throw in for the Cougars. Into the box, ball's loose. Reether comes to connect. Reether makes a move, gets to the edge, still on the ball. And, oh, I thought that was a goal. Saved by the keeper. What's the keeper's name? Sullivan Gonzalez on the save for the Tigers. Ball played down the line. Crumrine's there, being challenged by Mumbauer. Mumbauer gets to the ball, gets the edge. The Cougars finally cleared away. It will be a throw for the Tigers. Some more subs coming in the game. Number 15, Justin Eisenhart, subbing in. And number 22, nope, number 22 already was in. Let's see, who else subbed in? Number 23, Vlad Clark in the game. Ball is out the end line. It'll be a goal kick again for the Cougars. Perry takes the goal kick. Mumbauer blocks it down with his chest. Boney's able to get back to it. Stolen by the Tigers. Summers checks back, plays it through. Nangle steals on the ground of Smathers. Nangle tries to send it over the top. Stolen back by the Tigers. That was Naomi McKay on the ball down the line. Summers chasing. Boney steals, has some space in the middle to take. Plays it over the top for Spencer Jackson to run under. Reether run in the middle. Jackson cuts it back, still on possession, plays it across to Reether at the top. Joyce steps in and deflects it, and number 14, Wyatt, plays it out of bounds. Throw in for the Cougars on the far side. 16:30 left to play here in the first half of JV. Scheduled to play 2 30-minute halves of JV tonight. Ball sent in. Oh, I thought it was going to sneak in the backside. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Sullivan Gonzalez back there with Joyce. Looks like it's Gonzalez that will take it. He leaves it short for Joyce. Joyce being pressured, plays it in the air. Over the top as Boney and Mumbauer challenge for the ball. Stewart's able to get to it on the near side. Out of bounds, though. Tigers will take the throw. Quick throw by Copa. Stolen by Smathers. Joyce sends it back in. Ramos chases back for the ball, plays it out the sideline, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Kellen Poole down to take the throw. Plays it into Summers. Summers looking to turn. Smathers clears it away. Jackson tracks back, gets to the ball. Leaves it for Reether. Reether tries to play it through. Schumacher checks back to it. Schumacher through to Boney. Boney on the run, into the box. Good challenge by Joyce. And takes away the threat. Gonzalez punts it away. Smathers gets a touch on the half volley up to Jackson, but cleared away by McKay. Back into the middle. Nangle there. Nangle takes space to the right. Plays it down the line for Jackson. Jackson sends it across, and Gonzalez is there to scoop it up. Back into play. Smathers there first. Sends it into the box. And Gonzalez will retrieve it again. Ramos into the middle for Schumacher. Jackson on the run. Joyce clears it back into the middle. Number 22, Copa, clears it to Boney. Boney gets through. Still on the ball. Being challenged by number 14, Daxton Wyatt. And goal kick is the ruling. Number 4, Gabby Judson checking in the game for the Tigers. Giving a break to Caitlin Spicer. Gonzalez plays it short to Joyce. Joyce backspinning ball into the middle, gets through the first line. Mumbauer there, plays it through. Stewart plays it back in. Smathers, good ball over the top, finds Boney. Boney at the top. And can't get a shot. Smathers comes in on the follow. What a smash by Smathers, but not on frame. And it'll be another goal kick for the Tigers. Number 7, Amy Hardwick checking in for the Tigers. Naomi McKay checking out. Gonzalez plays it to the far side for Wyatt. Hardwick chases for it, can't keep it in, throw in for the Cougars. Jackson there takes the throw. Smathers pokes it across to Reether. Reether dribbles in, tries to poke it through. Deflected, Boney gets to it. Jackson sends it across, break. Chases for it, but out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick again for the Tigers. Jacob Eisenbrandt checking back in the game as Zeta Summers takes a break. Joyce takes the goal kick over to the far side. Ramos and Poole challenge for it. Side of bounds thrown for the Cougars. Crumrine takes the throw, bounces over the first defender. Smathers to it, plays it through to Schumacher, and Schumacher's offside again. And it will be a Free kick for the Tigers. Joyce plays it over the top. And the Tigers player was offside there as well. So free kick back towards the middle for the Cougars. Stewart takes the kick over the top. Gonzalez is there to scoop it up, punts it back. Kermine sends it back into Jackson. Jackson in the middle. Good touch by Reether. Gets it to Smathers. Smathers has a step. To the box, takes the shot. Deflected by the Tigers' Copa. Smathers back to the ball. Leaves it for Reether. Cleared out. Jackson gets it back in. Again, Joyce deflects. Reether takes the shot. Deflected away. And Joyce clears it. Ball sent through. Crumrine there. And Grayson Crumrine clears it to the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. Under 10 minutes to play. Bennett Thomas checking in the game for Brandon Schumacher. Tigers taking the corner. That was Mumbauner sending in. Nangle pops it high into the air. Eisenbrandt at the top, being challenged by Crumrine. Crumrine's able to win the battle, plays it out to the near side. Throw in for the Tigers. Tigers play it ahead. Gugnani sends it back in by the Tigers. It goes out the sideline. And throw in for the Cougars. Stewart over there on the corner to take the throw. Into break. Break sticks that chicken wing out. Nangle's able to clear. Over to Jackson. Hardwick steps in, wins the ball. Across the middle, Nangle's able to repossess. Plays it through for break. Gugnani defending. Break cuts it back, still on the ball. Cuts it through to Thomas. And just can't quite connect as Gonzalez is able to come in and grab it. Ramos on the far side. Poole taps it back to Hardwick. Stolen back by Ramos to Reether. Reether on the run. Plays it through to Thomas. And again, a little too far ahead. And scooped up by Gonzalez. Side spinning ball to the far side. Smathers comes in, gets a header in the air. Hardwick on the ball, being pressured by Jackson. And out of bounds thrown for the Cougars. Jackson looking to take the quick throw. Reether takes the shot. Over to Break. Break cuts it back, takes the shot. And Ruben Break scores the goal. Break, good job receiving that ball. Makes that move back. Finds the far post. 3-0 now the score, 6 minutes left to play here in the JV first half. Eisenbrandt plays it in the middle, stolen by Smathers. Ball played through. Gonzalez comes off his line. He's able to gather it up at the top. Top spinning ball back to the middle. Smathers gets a touch over to Thomas. Stolen back by Joyce. Ramos sends it in. And Gonzalez again there to gather. Ball high into the air. Smathers knees it back to Gonzalez. This time it bounces. Smathers heads it into the air. Smathers to the far side. Number 14, Daxton Wyatt. Plays it off of Ramos on the ground. Jackson comes in to challenge on Rigmer Rose. And out of bounds will be a Tigers throw in. Number 21, Jaden Watkins subbing in the game for the Tigers. Gabby Judson will take a break. Ball back into the middle. Boney heads it forward. Kremrine wide. Ramos up ahead to Thomas. Thomas leaves it for Smathers. Smathers has a step, can't control it. Ignani plays it to the near side and out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. Meningus at the line to sub. Next to Meningus in the game for break. You need a whistle after a sub. Meningus just grabbed it and threw it in. Thomas in the box. Cleared by the Tigers. Nangle on it. Cuts it wide. Nangle back in. Jackson chips it over. And Thomas from an offside position got back to the ball. Offside. Free kick for the Tigers. Joyce plays it to the near side. It's out of bounds. It will be a throw for the Cougars. Meningus over for the throw. To Thomas. Thomas wide to Stewart. Stewart plays it back to Thomas on the 1-2. Joyce defending Thomas into the box, and Joyce cuts it to the sideline. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. A couple more Tigers check into the line. Ball played into the box. Cleared away. Meningus there. Takes the strike. Joyce jumps up and deflects it, and good save by Gonzalez. Punt it back into the middle. Smathers, nice job settling. Plays it to Reether. Reether on the 1-2. Plays it for Jackson. Jackson back to Smathers if he's on. And nope, offside signal is up. And the Tigers will get a free kick at the top of the box. Under 2 to play here in the JV first half. Joyce plays a side spinning ball in. It's over to Rigmere Rose. Boney steals. Boney taking space in the middle, is able to turn. Boney plays it through. Nangle there. Nangle gets into the box, cuts it across with his left. Good defending by Wyatt. And played to the sideline by Joyce. Stewart drops back to Meningus. Meningus carrying across. Deflected by the Tigers. That's Gugnani clearing it away. Stewart wins possession back to Boney on the back line. Eisenbrandt challenging. Boney plays it through. Deflected out of play by Copa. And throw in for the Cougars. 30 seconds left in the first. Gugnani to the ball. Meningus makes a move. Meningus holding up play, tries to get through. Joyce tries to clear, but Meningus is back on it. Meningus all the way to the keeper, takes the shot, and scores the goal. And that should do it for the first half. Nixon Meningus scores at 4-0. Take a look back as Meningus just fought through all that contact and finished near post. All right, we're at halftime now of the JV game. We'll take an audio break here and be back for the second half in Michael, how long is halftime? You want to do 10? 5 minutes. We'll be back in 5. All right, we're back, ready to start the second half of the JV game. Cougars leading 4-0. Varsity action went to halftime. Cougars won that matchup 9-1. So that offered the opportunity for a full JV game. So start the second half of the JV action. Tigers have the kickoff. Mumbauer there to take the kick for the Tigers. All right, that's the whistle, and we're ready to play. Eisenbrandt sends it all the way into the box. Perry comes up and is able to win it. Settled by Schumacher. Smathers gets through, back to Schumacher. He plays Smathers on the run. Smathers being defended by Wyatt. And Gonzalez is able to come up and win it at the top of the box. Punted back to the center. Kremrine wins it down with his hip, stolen by the Tigers. Number 21, Watkins plays it across. Owen Larson sends it through. Kremrine challenges back and kicks it to the sideline. Still in. Eisenbrandt challenging. Kremrine taps it out of bounds. Can you put it in my truck? Barrett, put it in my truck right there. Barrett. Ball back into the middle for Smathers. Smathers plays Jackson down the line. Spencer Jackson on the run. Rigmier Rose defending. Jackson plays it across, deflected by Wyatt. Smathers there in the middle, challenged by Watkins. Cleared away by Aiden Copa. Challenge on the near side. Eisenbrandt comes down to play it. Smathers cuts it back and out of bounds. Off to the Tigers will be a throw-in for the Cougars. Throw in to the Cougars. Schumacher in the corner. Plays it across. Stewart's over there on the far side. Rush Stewart on the ball. Drops it to Meningus off the mark as Meningus chases back. Eisenbrandt steps in and plays it over the top. All the way to the top of the box. Perry's there. He's able to scoop it up. Connor Perry resets. High ball into the middle. Boney heads it into the air. Stewart chases wide, being challenged by McKay. We only have 3 halves. This is the third half. Yeah, you can play it. Meningus plays it in. Meningus across to Smathers. Watkins wins the ball, plays it up to Eisenbrandt. Kremrine challenging. Eisenbrandt wins it to the corner. Kremrine challenging back, plays it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Eisenbrandt there for the throw. Looking to connect to Mumbauer, but it's out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Ruben Brake checking in for Meningus. Perry plays it out of the back to Krumrine. Over to Jackson, back to Krumrine. Stolen by the Tigers. That's Rigman Rose. And cleared it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in again for the Cougars. Tigers win the possession in the corner. Into the box. Nangle shields, and Perry is there to grab it. Perry to the top, punts it away, side spinning ball to the near side. Bounces over the top, out of bounds will be a throw in for the Tigers. Alexis Daly there defending on the near side for the Tigers. Wyatt takes the throw. Over to Rose. Krumrine steals into Smathers in the middle. Smathers, good turn. Plays it over the top. Stewart tries to connect. Stewart's able to get back to the ball, drops it to Brake on the back line. Brake taking space, gets it to Boney in the middle. Boney back to Brake. Brake has space. Brake carrying across the frame. Back to Smathers. Rose steps in and deflects. Ball's loose. Wyatt plays it wide. Stewart was there to get a touch but couldn't connect as Aiden Copa comes down the line. Stewart comes in on the tackle. Copa still on the ball, plays it down the line. Out of bounds, though, throwing for the Cougars. Dangle over to take the throw. Ruben Brake will take it. In the middle, headed into the air by Owen Larson. Mumbauer hustles to the ball, is able to win it on the far side. Brake defending, Mumbauer gets a step. Plays it in, and saved by the keeper, Perry. Perry punts it over to Stewart. Back to the back line for Nangle. Mumbauer challenging. Mumbauer is able to steal. Nangle defending. Gets a touch away. Krumrine sends it away. And foul called on the play. McMayer Rose taking the free kick. Ball's in the box. Nangle's able to get to it and clear it away to the far side. Ruben Brake, good Maradona turn. Plays it through for Stewart and Schumacher to chase. Stewart gets there first. Deflected away by Joyce. It'll be a throw in for the Cougars. Stewart takes the throw to Reether. Reether across the box. Jackson's there, cleared away by Rose. Still in play. Stewart gets to it. Sends it back into the box. Jackson on the backside and goes over top of everyone. Goal kick for the Tigers. Justin Eisenhart and Kellen Poole back in the game for the Tigers. Mumbauer and Eisenbrandt take a break. 21 minutes left to play here in the second half of the JV game. Gonzalez out of the back to Joyce. Play to the far side. Boney's able to touch it down. Schumacher checks back, tries to turn. Schumacher to the top, takes the shot, and Gonzalez is there for the save. Gonzalez back into the middle. Krumrein heads, good header all the way up to the back line, headed back by Poole. Krumrein wins it wide to Ramos. Stolen by Rose. Rose being defended by Krumrein. Ramos steals it back, plays it through to Schumacher. Cleared back by Poole. Krumrein back into the middle. Copa ahead to Wyatt. And Krumrein again is able to clear it away. Still in play. He's able to keep it in. Daxton Wyatt into the corner. And the Cougars deflected out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. 3 subs coming in the game for the Tigers. Number 7, Hardwick. Number 11, Summers. And number 4, Judson checking in for the Tigers. Rose takes the throw in. Krumrein's there, plays it wide. Jackson chasing to it, cuts it back into the middle. Jackson with his left tries to play it through. Rose all the way back. It's a challenge. Judson plays it across to number 22, Copa. Over to the far side for Summers. Stolen by Nangle. Nangle has room, plays it back into the middle. Smathers checking back for it. Tries to play it over the top, deflected by Copa. Ramos plays it over the top. Schumacher challenging, so is Reether. Schumacher gets to it first. Plays it across for Reether, and Reether was off. And it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Joyce on the ground. Schumacher steals. Gets that first touch through. Into the box, takes the shot far post, and goes wide of the frame. Goal kick again for the Tigers. Gonzalez takes it short. Jackson steps in. Cleared wide by Poole. And corner kick as a result for the Cougars. Spencer Jackson over to take the corner for the Cougars. Jackson drives the ball in. Reether got a touch on it, but goes over the goal. And goal kick for the Tigers. Joyce back again to take the goal kick. Gonzalez plays it short. Joyce dribbling up the middle, cuts it to the near side, out of bounds. So it'll be a throw for the Cougars here on the near side. Ramos over to take the throw. Smathers heads it into the air. Jackson gets a touch. Rose plays it over the top. Nangle challenging as Wyatt's there to steal. Nangle tries to get it through, deflected. Judson comes in for a touch. And deflected out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Bergman Rose there to take the throw for the Tigers. Krumrein heads it away. Schumacher there heads it over the top. Poole deflects. Jackson plays it back to Ramos on the back. Judson comes in and deflects it out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. Ball played to Nangle on the back line. Across to Brake. Brake being challenged by Summers. Summers steps in and steals. Brake chases back for the ball and knocks it off of Summers' foot, a throw in for the Cougars. Throw into Stewart. Stewart cuts it back, plays it over the top. Boney on the chase, so's Reether. Both of them left it, and Joyce is able to turn it back upfield. Ball still in play on the far side. Nangle there first. Wyatt comes in to challenge. Nangle taps it out. It'll be a throw for the Tigers. Wyatt across to Summers into the box. Nangle defending. He's able to clear it away. Rose comes in. Smathers defending. Smathers is able to steal and draw the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Cougars. 15 minutes to play here in the JV second half. Score is 4-0. New Heights Cougars. A couple subs at the line waiting to check in for the Tigers. Ryan plays it down the line. Rose deflects it away. Jackson there to take the throw. Plays it down the line to Schumacher. Schumacher trying to turn. Amy Hardwick knocks it away. And it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Yugnami, Clark, and number 28, Aiden Tate in the game. Jackson wins the header forward. Rose plays it on the clear. Ramos trying to settle. Falls to Judson. Judson challenging for the ball. Ramos comes in to challenge as Eisenhart clears it away, and it'll be a throw for the Cougars. Still on the near side here. Crumrine into Reether. Reether, good touch. Looking to get to space, plays it through with his left. Smathers comes in as Joyce clears it. Ramos comes in on the challenge with Judson and Hardwick. He's able to win it back to Crumrine. Crumrine sends it back into Schumacher. Schumacher trying to turn, and it's called for offside. And it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Rose there to take it. Rose plays backspin ball in the middle. Nangle's there. Plays it up to Boney. Drop back to Brake to Nangle. Bounces over his foot. Crumrine's there. Grayson Crumrine plays it wide, but over the top. And out of bounds, throw in for the Tigers. Rose takes the throw. Crumrine heads it forward to Smathers. Smathers wins it down with his shoulder. Finds Schumacher. Good step by number 28, Tate, to steal it. Ball over to Rose. Rose plays it ahead. Ramos, good settle. Ramos plays it through too heavy and all the way to the box. Gonzalez is able to come off his line to grab it. Gonzalez punts a big ball back to the middle. Challenge in the middle, won by Wyatt. Played over the top as Brake challenges back. Brake clears it to the sideline. Ball still in. Daxton Wyatt gets there first. Plays it into Zeta Summers. Summers is able to keep it in. Cuts it back with her left. Crumrine puts it high into the air. Summers with a challenge. And thought they were going to call a PK there as Nangle knocked her over. Smathers playing the through ball. Doesn't get enough on it. Joyce steps and clears it away. Rose comes in as Ramos is challenging. Jackson. Perry sends it over the top. Breather's there. Be a free kick for the Cougars. Stewart there to take the free kick. Stewart sends it in. Gonzalez is there for the save. Ball back into the middle. Crumrine there. Challenged by number 15, Justin Eisenhart. And a throw in for the Tigers. Over the top into the box. Wyatt challenging with Nangle. Nangle touches wide. Carrying to the end line, plays it out of bounds in the corner. Be a throw in for the Tigers. Ball comes in and Perry's able to grab it in the box. Perry rolls to the near side for Crumrine. Over to Ramos. Ramos looking to play it through. Breather checks back. Stolen by number 25, Gugnani. And Perry comes up at the top. Good read by Perry to come up and play that ball. Bouncing ball in to Boney. Eisenhart steals. Boney touches it back into play. Carrying across. Drop back to Nangle on the back line. Nangle all the way back to Perry. Perry on the reset being challenged by Eisenhart. Back into the middle. And sent over the top by Tate. Be a goal kick for the Cougars. Perry plays it short to Crumrine on the near side. Crumrine over to Jackson, back to Crumrine. Being defended by Eisenhart. To Jackson with some space. Jackson cuts it back, gets by Judson. Over to Ramos, drop back to Crumrine. Crumrine into the middle. Smathers gets a touch over the top. Smathers with his head, plays it over for Schumacher. Schumacher chases. And Tate and Schumacher challenging for the ball. Schumacher called for the foul. Free kick for the Tigers. Ball bounces over the first line. Crumrine's there to cover. Played over to Jackson on the line. Jackson to Ramos short. Rose plays it through. And falls into the box for Perry. Perry to the far side for Stewart. Vlad Clark there to challenge. Plays it out of bounds, throwing for the Cougars. 6:45 to play here in the JV game. Stewart takes the throw. Finds Schumacher on the run. Schumacher into the box, takes the shot, and doesn't get a good strike on it. Sends it well over the goal. Goal kick for the Tigers. Gonzalez to Joyce. Into the middle for Smathers. Finds Schumacher. Schumacher plays Reether offside. And free kick on the offside penalty for the Tigers. Free kick taken by Tate over the far side. Brake jumps up and wins it with his knee. And out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers on the far side. Brake again, karate kicks it. Finds Reether. Reether looking back into the middle, finds Smathers. Cleared away by Rose. Summers gets a touch for the Tigers. Brake chases back and Nangle's there first. Still in play. Nangle plays a dangerous ball back into the middle. Wyatt's almost there to steal. Brake wins it. Brake plays it with his left wide, out of bounds. Throwing for the Tigers. Summers there to take the throw. Actually, she'll leave it for Wyatt. Wyatt plays it down. Brake gets a touch. Falls to Wyatt, who plays it back to Summers in the corner. Ball sent in, but off the mark. That will be a goal kick for the Cougars. Perry takes the restart. Boney gets a touch, able to turn. Boney sends Schumacher through. Tate challenging for it with Schumacher. Over to the near side for Hardwick. Schumacher cuts it back. Across. Schumacher still on the ball. Finds it through. Makes another move. And cleared away by the Tigers. Back into possession. Smathers steals. Still in the box. Reether takes the three-toe and sends it off the mark. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Tate and Joyce both back to take the goal kick. Tate plays it to the far side. Stewart gets the first touch. Joyce is there to cover. Joyce sends it back down the line. Drifting back towards the middle. Nangle steps in, gets a touch forward to Boney. Boney cuts it back. Across the box, Tate steps in and clears it. Up to Rose. Rose pokes it past Crumrine. Wyatt checks back. Ball's loose for Judson, but she was in an offside position. And it'll be a free kick for the Cougars. Crumrine there to take the free kick. Up to Schumacher, left for Smathers. Joyce clears it to the end line. Corner kick for the Cougars. Spencer Jackson over to take the corner. 2 minutes to play. Jackson sends it in. Schumacher gets the first touch. Cleared away by Gugnani. All the way up to Eisenhart. Eisenhart's able to turn, plays it through. Nangle steps in and clears it. Hardwick gets to the ball for the Tigers. Deflected by Smathers. That'll be a throw-in for the Tigers here on the near side. Rose over to take the throw. Crumrine gets the header. Rose sends it back in over the top. Dangerous ball right at the edge of the box. And Perry's able to get it at the front of the box. Throws it out to the far side. Gets through number 20, Poole. Falls to Brake. Brake plays it into the middle. Either checks back for it. Deflected by Gugnani. Joyce plays it back through. Boney's there. Over to Crumrine. Crumrine sends it over. Smathers heads it. Schumacher's able to get to the ball. Schumacher plays it through for Stewart. Stewart on the run. Stewart into the box. Still on the ball. Stewart takes the shot, deflected. Jackson gets a header on it and headed away by Tate. Aiden Tate into the corner. That'll be another corner kick for the Cougars. 30 seconds to play. Jackson sends the corner in low. Smathers on the follow. Still in play as Jackson chases to the end line. And out of play will be a goal kick for the Tigers that may well do it. 10 seconds left to play. Joyce takes the restart. Over to Rose. Into the middle of the field. And that's the final whistle. Final score, Cougars 4, Fort Scott 0 in the JV match. All right, that's all we have from here. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back at Ozark Christian College for our home game on Thursday versus the Greenwood Blue Jays. Come on out if you can. If you can't, catch us here on the live stream.